Hi everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube topic. And this one is called "What Does a Healthy Relationship Looks Like to You?"
Alright, so a healthy relationship looks like to me. I don't know best.
You could have just said a healthy relationship
A
looks
healthy
like.
relationship looks like somebody who literally communicates with you, who really wants to communicate with you, talk to you during the day, um, having deep conversations, and also to me, spending quality time with each other or whatever. Right? I was having this conversation only today and or yesterday, and I was talking about how um, in previous relationships, one or two that I had, I find that to me it was more so about body. The person was focusing more on body instead of getting to know the actual person that I am. And to me, that was unhealthy. So for me, healthy would more so be like open communication, talking, spending time, going out, having fun, you know, and just getting to know each other, getting to see the funny side, the goofy side, the serious side, that kind of thing. So to me, that's what healthy relationship looks like to me.
Well, I feel like you're coming with the aspect of new dating, like a dating life.
Hmm.
And in dating life, you always have the sugary colored candy, like stuff.
Hmm.
Like yeah, like you said, going out, having fun, um, doing the most, whatever. But when you get down to the real nitty gritty of relationships,
That the expert talk.
that's where I don't know if it's an expert because But anyway, what I would say in terms of healthy relationships, I would say, as you said, for sure, communication is a big deal, big, 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 very big, because I feel like having those thought processes about how you feel about each other, about what you think about the important stuff, about religion, about about um children, about marriage, about whatever, even finances, even things like, I don't like this, I like that, I don't like that you did this. All of that is communicating, right?
Hmm.
Because in the beginning it's always butterflies and cotton candy, as I said. But when it comes down to the middle of the relationship season, where the all that extra stuff is gone, then you tend to see a lot of issues because people are not communicating.
Right.
And then, um, of course, going out is healthy. I feel like people tend to do that a lot in the beginning stages of a relationship. But after a couple of years, if they're common law or after marriage, people stop going out on dates. They start having romantic times together. They start having, you know, um, fun times. They start doing fun things. Um, and their sex life is dull. All the exciting things that they used to do, all the wild things they used to do, whatever, all of a sudden that has come to an end. Now you have the boring sex, basically,
That is
right?
so.
All of a sudden, no, you don't want to do this and you don't want to do that. And the partner who enjoyed that a lot, obviously, you know, now they're upset or, looking elsewhere for what used to excite them because they're not getting it from within the relationship. I find too that as soon sometimes, especially with like Christian women or whatever, I find they tend to do this thing where they wear the longest clothes or sometimes they dress just regular.
Hmm.
Like when I say regular, I mean like like these loody things and hello, you wanted to excite your man or excite your woman when you first met them, and you will put on the shirts and you can put on the and make yourself look sexy. When you're within the relationship, deeper in the relationship, you can still look hot. You can still look young. You can still look, even as a Christian, you can still look modest and still look sexy. You know what I mean? Because, hello, we are not back in the 16th, 17th century or whatever.
We're
You
that
have to
long, 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 long.
excite your partner, and that is one of the reasons. Don't get me wrong, because there's some people that do it and their partner still look outside anyway because they have a wandering eye.
True.
But some of the issues is because the partner is just not doing it at all. And so I think that's one of the important things for a healthy relationship is to excite, keep the excitement into the relationship. Um, and just continue with the spark. The spark does die out after you get in the middle of the relationship because of whatever reasons. And then I'll let my sister speak because she says I talk a lot.
She does.
So you
But
can continue.
even with my parents' marriage, my parents have been together. Our parents have been together for 33 years, and like what Shanita said, my mother says you have to keep the spark open. Like it's a big deal to keep the spark because you don't want your partner to be bored. You don't want your partner to be like Shanita said, wandering, wandering eyes or whatever, unless they're naturally like that. But also, you want to know that you love each other. I think love is very important. You gotta also have trust.
Mhm.
Um, when you have trust in a relationship, you don't have to be insecure. I think that when you're insecure, that is unhealthy. But when you're secure in your woman or your man, you're gonna feel good because even though another man might look at you, woman, don't get to the point where how is he looking at you? Like you can't stop nobody from looking at you. You understand? Just like us as women, sometimes we might see a guy that look good. Yeah, we have our man home, but you just look and look off. You ain't lusting nor nice. So because you're human, if you see somebody that look good, you can say, well, they look good,
Mhm.
right? Ain't that you want to lay down with them? If they look good, they look good. You know much men say that I look good, I just don't know who to say. I just, I just don't know who to say. But I know in my heart, man, was he say you? She got a big bossy or whatever. And they might tell, but see, say him, but she need to. But it doesn't mean that necessarily they want to come and lay down on top of us. You understand? So you gotta be secure in your partner and you gotta trust your partner. My parents, if they see a nice looking woman, my father might say, you, she look real good, yeah. My mother, if she see a nice looking guy, he look good, yeah. Right, and that's it. That's trust, that's security, knowing that your partner is only into you. That makes up a good, solid, healthy relationship.
Yeah, and as Tony mentioned, my parents actually had this habit of when they see a woman with a big boxy, or by boxy we mean bum,
Bottom.
but are like even a flat boxy, any type of boxy, they would comment on it and they would look. I kind of pick up that habit too.
Both me and her.
I just look too also, you know what I mean? And it is even tell my partner, you look at she box. But to be honest, it's not a case where, and I gonna be real, like, my boyfriend, like, he'll be like, if somebody look at me, like, he doesn't feel insecure, he don't really care, like, he's actually telling me, like, I'm glad when people look at you, cause, whatever, the look, when somebody acknowledge you, woman, you should feel confident, you should feel like, you know what I mean? So, anywho, a lot of people tend to have this jealousy streak.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody say, look at them woman or look at them man, and they're ready to fight.
Yeah.
They're ready to get on. But what's the reason for it?
You,
As long as your partner is not crossing those boundaries,
correct.
it should not be a problem. If you have a secure, solid relationship, whether or not, even if your partner comment on somebody else or whatever, like, you should know, like, that's just talk. For some people, it's not just talk. Some people might have a history of infidelity and all that stuff, so they might feel more insecure about the situation. But having a healthy relationship, because we're talking about healthy relationships, even in a case like that, you should feel secure. within those type of conversations as well. And then another thing I want to talk about too is um, something that I was thinking about just now.
All right.
Oh,
Oh.
the other thing I wanted to talk about also is people tend to think that when you're in a healthy relationship, you don't have arguments or you don't have disagreements, or, oh, because you're having certain things that you might not necessarily agree on, the relationship going downhill. And that's not the case. Um, a healthy relationship tends to have arguments and disagreements because you are two different people. You're not going to agree on the same thing. It's just how you deal with the arguments, how you deal with the disagreements.
Right.
If you're being disrespectful and calling the person a bunch of names and, you know, doing the most, fighting, beating, whatever, that's a no. You know what I mean? But if you're having arguments, and you make up later or whatever, that's fine. Talk about it. Some people tend to like to walk away because that's their coping mechanism. Some people like to deal with it on the spot because that's their coping mechanism. You just have to know what your partner is and what they're like. You know? Um, if you are dealing with somebody that likes to walk away and deal with it later, then you have to kind of respect that space. And if you have a partner that likes to talk about it directly, maybe the time to talk about it might not be right away, but still, they're going to want to have that conversation. Respect that as well, because in order for them to get over the situation, they have to talk about it. And actually, I agree with that. Personally, I think that if an issue comes up, you should talk about it to make sure that you're on the same page. Because you don't want to go to bed not agreeing or not at least having an understanding of what each other thinks about the situation.
Exactly. Um, I would say too, like Shanita said, everybody's different as it relates to arguments or disagreements. Everybody is different because, like for me, I shut down. I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. Let me recuperate, catch myself, and then we could have the conversation. But sometimes when you try to confront or try to talk it out, sometimes emotions are raging at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you might regret saying something that you didn't really want to say. So to me, know your coping mechanism and also respect your partner's coping mechanism. If it is that you are disagreeing and let me say one partner ready to confront the other one not, it's better to just walk away at some points because let's face it, when you're angry, when you're upset, you do things that you don't want to do. Right? So even from a friend's perspective or family member's perspective, you gotta know how to deal with certain things and how to actually cope. It's not everything me and Shanita see eye to eye. We were arguing for until we were 4-0. And we were arguing from she mentioned the four and it was zero, right? So I mean, it's going to be there. Like everybody's not going to see the same thing, right? All of us are not robots. We're not going to agree with the same thing. We're not going to see everything the same way. There are many times that me and Shanita would have conversations, and she might see it one way, and I might see it another way. And it's not a case that we are right or wrong. It's just that we see it on different levels, But it doesn't mean that you have to walk away being angry or being upset or, because at the end of the day, what's the value of being angry? You can only work at yourself, give yourself high blood pressure, and all kind of things. So it's the same thing in a relationship. Just know what works for you and go from there. All right, you could talk.
So, as Tony mentioned, also, and this is even for partners as well as relationship with your family members. Even when you have an argument and you have somebody that you trust, you can also go to them because you might be seeing one side, the other person might be seeing another side, and then somebody could come in now with a total different perspective.
Mm,
And this works for relationships as well as family members. As my sister said, we're always arguing.
always,
But
always.
whenever we even have an argument, our mother is our mediator. My mom tends to come up with a different perspective, and or she kind of tells us both off.
What's it, Shanita?
Right. Anyway, so yeah, you may have somebody like a pastor. You might have somebody that is. You may have somebody that is a friend,
Right.
whoever that could be a mediator. However, don't tell people all your business.
Right.
Um, and then another thing I have to say about healthy relationships is know each other's love language. That's very important because some people don't like certain things. Some people like
Quality
touch.
time,
Some
touch.
people like quality time. Some people like gifts. Some people like,
Words of
amazing
affirmation.
words, right? So know what your partner likes.
So if my sister was yours?
So my love language is I love touch from my boyfriend, not from anybody else. I love touch.
Physical touch.
Physical touch from him. Okay? Because when my sister or my family members kind of give me a hug, I be like, no. But I also love, I think I love, I'm not a big gifty person. Like, I don't really care about
Yours
the
is more
gifts.
so words of
I like,
affirmation.
yeah, I like the words of affirmation too. But I'm not a big person that you don't need to give me like a box of chocolate or a bouquet of flowers every couple of weeks or whatever.
Right.
Like, if you do, that's fine. Like, I appreciate it, but that's not like a big thing for me. And I also like spending quality time together because I think that's super important. I like going out, going on dates. Um, but I say going on dates, I mean even like date nights, even in the bedroom. I love to watch movies with my boyfriend or series, you know. So
So are you want to ask me what's my love
I was about to you get people attention. Oh my goodness. What is your love language?
Words of affirmation and quality time.
And touch.
And physical touch.
For
I think
sure.
that's adorable. Yes.
For sure.
Physical touch and right. But I just ain't find that person yet. But by
Yeah,
God's
you'll
grace,
find
I
the
will
person.
find the person.
If there's
Even
any
the body on
person out
YouTube.
there, my sister is available. Okay. Good people though.
Yeah. Proper birds.
Proper birds. So yeah, I think it's important. All of that's important for a healthy relationship because people tend to think that a healthy relationship means no
Problems.
type of
Yeah.
like it's just smooth sailing. It doesn't always work like that.
And I had that same mentality of telling myself, "Oh, if I get in an argument, that's it." And I had to get to the realization. I mean, I caught it late, but but better late than never. I realized that you could love a person and still argue with them. Cause I love my sister over here, and we argue every day. Not every day. We have
We
gotten
don't argue
better.
every day.
We have gotten way better, but we argue, and I haven't started loving her yet.
Aw. Anyway, so if you have any other ideas of what makes a healthy relationship, please share. You never know, we might be able to pick up a couple of things too.
Exactly.
And you
Please. Oh, I think I done.
all right.
Please like,
share,
and subscribe. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. Shanti's.